Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video just showcasing my fall reads for this upcoming autumn. And yeah, so to start out, I'll say there's one book I'm going to read this fall that I pre-ordered, which is not here yet. It's coming out in a couple weeks, but it's the latest Nicholas Sparks book, Counting Miracles. So that is one I'll definitely be reading this fall, and I don't have it here, so I can't really show you that. But without further ado, here are all the other ones I'm reading, and comment below and let me know what are your fall reads for this year. I mean, technically it isn't fall yet, but I feel like it kind of starts after Labor Day. I have to feed into that, even though I'm a summer lover. Summer is my number one favorite season. Fall is such a close number two, though. So here we go. So this one I'm currently reading, it's Riley Weaver Needs a Date to the Gay Bonnet Ball. And I love Jason June's first book, Jay's Gay Agenda. Something that's hard to say, is like a tongue twister, but I got it. But yeah, I loved his first book. It like was one of my favorites. And I'm like about like I think a little more than halfway done with this one. I have to say I like it, but I don't think I like it as much as Jay's Gay Agenda. I mean that can change though. I still have like I think like a little over 100 pages left. So that can change. But right now it's good, it's fun, but it's nothing like too amazing. It's cute though. I like it, but it's not gonna go down as like one of my favorite books ever, or even like one of my favorite like YA gay romances. It's really nice though. I think it's sweet. It definitely has things I'm relating to. But yeah, that's my first book I'm gonna read this fall. I'm like in the middle of it now, so that's funny. Second, I have I Was Here by Gail Forman. I'm on such a Gail Forman kick. And it's funny, I love If I Stay. I saw that movie like 10 years ago in theaters, but I haven't started reading her books until this year. So I read If I Stay, like I think in the winter, and now I've just been reading everything. It's funny because like I love that movie. It's like one of my favorite movies ever, but I'm just starting to get into her work. And I feel like 10 years later, but hey, better late than never. But this one looks really interesting. I feel like it looks deeply emotional. A lot of her books are really like super emotional, but this one really looks like emotional gut punch. I really think it is because it deals with like suicide and a friend dealing with the aftermath of that. So I think it's gonna be really good. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I might read this one next, but it's hard because like the next one I'm about to show you, I really am excited for too. So we'll see though, but yeah, this one looks really good. Gail Forman, I mean, she is a really talented author, and she started as out as an entertainment journalist like me, and I think that's really funny because I'm putting my first book out in a few weeks called More to Life, by the way, and so I just think it's really cool how she started out as an entertainment journalist, and I do work for a magazine now doing entertainment articles, and now she's an author. But yeah, her books are like really emotional. I just finished Just One Year, and like it was a duo, Just One Day and Just One Year, and it was so good. I mean, Just One Year is probably like tied with If I Stay for like one of my favorite books of hers. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. Her themes are like she's so much more than just like romance. Her themes are so much more than just mushy love. I love that. It's more about living your life and connection and finding yourself. Next up, I have Still Me. So I can't believe like I am reading this because I like this might be my first trilogy I've ever read. So, little backstory. This is the third one of Me Before You. So, Me Before You is the first book, then there's After You, and now there's Still Me. And I remember last year I saw Me Before You, the film, for the first time. It's like another like live your life to the fullest romance. I love those. And then I saw the film and I read the book and I'm like, oh my god, this book is so good. And I found out it's a trilogy. And I'm like, I connected to that movie so much in the book, so it's like I have to keep reading this. Like I love Louisa Clark. I love the messages of the first one, and I thought After You, the sequel, was like so good. It looks really amazing too because like she goes to New York City, so they're taking the story from Europe to America now, and I find that really interesting. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see where the journey leads and what else happens to Louisa Clark. So yeah, this is two nonfiction books I'll be reading, and yeah, I love like stories too, like which I just showed you, but I do like here and there to read some history books, mainly U.S. history, and also like books about nature. So that's mainly what I read. I read a lot of like YA, adult contemporary romance, and then like some like nonfiction stuff about like certain things. But yeah, that's really it. But I'm actually reading this right now. I'm getting close to being finished with it. This is a little book about the history of Washington State. I love U.S. history, and this one's been really interesting so far. I feel like up in the Pacific Northwest, there's like such like intriguing things that went on. Like I learned about like how Washington State owns like the largest government-based ferry operation in the world, like one of them. I found that was really interesting. So I'm really learning a lot about like how Washington is, and all about it. And it's a very unique region, I feel like, and yeah, I feel it's very interesting. I love U.S. history books, and especially with states I really love. Yeah, this one's been really cool. I mean, I think it's a quick read. It's only like 130 pages, but it has a lot of information for a small book. So it's packing a punch, and yeah, there's so much to learn up there. It's interesting too because that's like such a newer state. I feel like the U.S. is such a new country, so I feel like that's so interesting too. Like it's just compared to the rest of the world, it's kind of interesting, to like go back in history, but not like too far away from where I was, living. It's really interesting, and I'm excited to finish it. And then last but not least, I have a new book about New Jersey state parks, the history of it. I live in New Jersey. I'm a Jersey guy, and I've been going to more of the state parks around like where I live lately. So I really love nature. So this would be really interesting, like just to learn about like the history of our like state parks and like facts about it too. I feel like it's really interesting because I think our state is so unique because like you have like a park and then like such like urban development here. So I feel like it's interesting how like New Jersey has some nature, but it's also like so developed. So I mean, our parks like are not the best. I mean, some of them are pretty. I'm not gonna lie, but they're not like out west. So I just like love reading about different states and the stuff that's in them. So I thought this would be cool to like get one about that. So yeah, I'm really excited to check these out. I mean, a lot of good stuff I think here, from YA to adult to factual books. It's really exciting this year. But yeah, so I hope you all have a good day and keep reading. Yay! Bye.